everyone. RPG Kim Kitty here, back with some more Paranormasight The Mermaid's Curse. In the previous video, we learned more about what our pals Yumiko and Soto are doing here. And it's super fucking interesting. It's probably the most interesting thing we've had so far. Don't get me wrong, Yuza is interesting too, because like, why are you looking for a mermaid? And so far their things is about having crushes, so we don't really have anything too interesting with them yet so far. I mean, she's interesting in the fact that like she just showed up somewhere and said like, hey, I'm like your dog, I'm like a family friend or relative or whatever to like the head honcho. But yeah, these. And we also got introduced to another character who will probably get a POV from that character's point of view, or like POV point of view, that's point of view. We'll probably get the perspective of that character that we met, or the character that they're associated with, who we have not met or seen. So yeah. Anyway, I know I said on the previous video I was going to do some of this, but let's just do it right now. I just want to do a few of these just to see, like, okay, so it does take me here. Alright. Never know when you might be missing a bigger catch right behind you. Keep calm and take a good look around first. Alright, let's gathering log. What am I all missing? So obviously there's a few of these here. Discovering a mermaid. That makes me think it's in the area where we had on the seabed. No, aboard this Sanumaru. Like the seabed makes it feel like they're down here, so that's like 3 of them here. And then there's like one on this boat, right? That's what it's called. Is that it? No, that's not it right there. And I think I was right. I think that was a bird that I saw, but for some reason I couldn't get to it. From that moment. I'll go back to it when we get there, so. You know, it could just go up, but. We're almost at our next drink, but maybe I'll grab Blanket Gathering. Actually, maybe the searching one first, because I want to see if I can find. Maybe I should get the gathering one next. So then these gatherings go much faster. Bramp. Maybe that's what I'll get next is the gathering. Oh, so shit like that can happen too. Interesting. I'd assume that the things that Fuck you! Fuck you! That's some bullshit. Some bullshit. Okay, well, I'm definitely gonna have to have. Okay, that actually has me interesting. So I need to. Is it still? Is it there? So yeah, I should definitely level up my gathering. I feel like that's something that should always be there, no matter what. Have I actually gotten, like, everything that I can in the gathering log? No, there's still one thing I haven't gotten. Okay. Okay, so it is still there, so that's good. now I'm back. 'Cause there's some bee shit when it comes to this stuff. God damn, feels like that doesn't really move it up at all. I want to get to rank 9. Get that, the next gathering thing. And see if that will, help with what I currently have. Bro, you can easily lift your fucking head up. Ah, so close to my next level up. You can even say my name. As the memory goes, I am waiting for. Let's just go back. Okay, I want to do like a normal run first with this one, and then we'll try to get the thing. And I don't know what I'd get as a rank next, so let's go this way. Well, if this is like something I need to do like later on. Okay. But did that count? It's no longer there. So what is that? There's one up there too. Nice. Okay, so discovering a mermaid. So there's still one more on the seabed at least. And there's one up there. I think there's at least 2 on the seabed. Gull and roses! Ha! Yeah, there's at least 2 on the seabed. There's at least 2 of them! You know where one is. Or there's something question marked over here somewhere. Hey, there we go. So there's got to be one more in here somewhere. Nothing gathered. What are you talking about? I got this guy. And it's our 5th one, too, by the way. The Gullfather. Love it. Mockingbird relationship chart? You have found 5 mockingbirds. You can now access the Mockingbird relationship chart from the story chart screen. What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant? Let's just gather some stuff because I want to get at least one more ranking, and then we'll continue onward with, you know, proper story. You know, this is pretty much a proper story as well. Don't get greedy. Hey! Ah, so close. 500. God dang. I wonder what is the most points anyone's ever gotten with this. Again, just poke your head up. Is that enough? Yeah. Throw that one up. All right, I want to do one more, and then I'll actually. I'm trying to find that one, but the good news is it's here somewhere. Along with who knows what else, like... That was actually really good. I think we'll get the swimming one next. And maybe I should get gathering. Oh, maybe I should do it in that order. Hell yeah. Ooh, look at that. Alright, let's stop diving. Okay, now what is this? Best buds in love, bad blood, and the blue is the Gullfather's best buds with. Oh my God! Remember the Bamboo Beakers dance team? This lucky duck is invited far and wide as the man who stole the heart of Maverick Mandy. The two are now a pair of lovebirds anyone would envy, or so he thinks. In reality, the only time they can be called that is during their extravagant dances, and he remains blissfully unaware of her frequent flings, a fact that everyone else on the team has already noticed. Ah, damn. The strategist of the Rebels' Roost delinquent crew, he has often been seen circling the skies for their territory, ever on the lookout for intruders. Those unfortunate enough to be spotted by him will find themselves greeted by his signature dive bomb attack and grappling claws. He and Fastline Frigate of the Bamboo Breakers dance team go way back, having fostered mutual respect for each other's powers during their sea racing days. Oh my god. The lore! The steadfast senior member of the Ocean Outlaws hooligan gang. Accustomed to living in a group, he's quick to step in and smooth things over whenever he hears of a dispute erupting among the gang's ever-growing ranks. Second to none in his loyalty to their leader, he's quick to tell him whenever he finds a promising new feeding ground. Remember the Ocean Outlaws hooligan gang. Usually found willingly away his days at the seaside, he has a tendency to suddenly show up whenever trouble begins brewing, just so he can stick his beak into the chaos. Despite being the only one to notice the lack of substance behind Albatross Boss' imposing demeanor, he finds it more entertaining than anything else and has thus far elected to keep quiet about it. Oh my god. The lore! The Goldfather. The second in command of the Ocean Outlaw hooligan gang. This sharp-feathered bird is instantly recognizable by the chic black band of his tail feather. Beneath his sunglasses, his sharp red-rimmed eyes are constantly focused on the top spot of the game, and these ambitions have led him to scheme with others in an attempt to exploit any cracks they may find in Albatross Boss' overwhelming charisma. Fuck. All right, we got 5 more. All right, let's see. This is on here, right? Watch preface. Yeah, start from after underwater gathering. Nothing's changed. I'm the same old Yuza I've always been. That is a line that's like, yeah, we gotta remember that. Okay, how did I miss the bird? How did I miss that? That's some bullshit. Is that one of those Mockingbird stickers? Yeah, good eye, Yuza. That's right. I found one stowed away on this very boat. By the way, that's Mockingbird number 8. Tit for tat. He's a long-tailed tit. Apparently you meant to read the characters behind him as Blizzard. Huh. Guess there's more to these Mockingbirds than I thought. Oh, that music that's playing. Alright, back to the story chart. Looking for mermaids, huh? People hate him? Why do people hate him? But a lot of people are friends with him too, and whoever the floozy! That darn floozy! The top troublemaker of Blue's Brutal Beaks, a game delinquent from 80s Academy who have recently been wreaking havoc throughout the region. Despite his cute snowball-like appearance, he's both fierce-tempered and ruthlessly territorial, and the forces of which he flies at anyone who messes with the gang's turf is more like a bullet than a snowball. I love this little fucker. Alright, looking at Mermaid. So, I feel like that's here then. I mean, it's 100% that, isn't it? How in the fuck did I miss that? Oh, okay, yeah, that's very easily missed. The Turninator. Alright, he's friends with someone. The captain of the raid team for the Rebels' Roost Delinquent crew. Although the sight of him skimming the water during his daring dives is awe-inspiring in itself, he also commands the respect of the rest of the game from being the first one to gain the trust of their maverick leader, Don Heron. Don Heron! Okay, quick question. Okay, you feel like the Mockingbirds would be the last thing. So there's only 53 things here, okay? So the only one I'm missing is the one on the seabed, which we can get at any point in time. At least with all the spots we've been to so far. Alright. Alright. Now that that's out of the way, let's continue. Summary of previous events. The residents of Kameshima are extremely against Yuza becoming an Ama diver. Yuza believes that the hidden secret behind his deceased mother, Mary Minakuchi, is a reason for this, and it is also the key to finding the mermaid, so he begins the full-scale search. Let's go! True. If there's any time to ask about your mom, it's now. And I think we should see what old man Wakamura and Sue have to say about all this, too. Yeah, assuming Grant agrees to talk about it anyway. I feel like Grant should be the last one we go to. Alright, let's go everywhere else besides the place we go to. Ah, the jetty. Seems like there's a bit of commotion over there. Maybe they know something about the rumors. Want me to go ask? That'd be great, thanks. Hey, what's up? Did something happen? Oh, if it isn't Azami. I don't know if you've heard, but... 15 minutes later. Welcome back. Yeah, once they get started, they never stop talking. Anyway, nothing about your mom, I'm afraid. They did have some interesting things to say. Interesting things? Do you want the normal news first or the worrying news? Let's go with the worrying. Let's hear the worrying news. Okay, then. There are reports that 2 Ama divers have gone missing. Apparently both cases were around Ikacha town on the mainland. Oh, were there diving accidents or something? I guess so. It seems it's still under investigation, though. The sea hasn't been that rough lately. But I guess it is a dangerous job, so you never know what might happen. Still, 2 Ama divers going missing one after another is pretty unusual, so it does make you wonder. If you knew, it wasn't that long ago there was all that talk of human bones being found in the sea near Toba, you know. I remember that, yeah. Is that also near Ijika? Maybe this is why Chie is going on about bad omens. Yeah, it's definitely worrying news. Alright, what's the normal? How about the normal news? So we've got a bunch of tourists visiting right now as usual. What's really got people talking is that there are 2 foreigners among them today. Oh, really? Oh, wait, hold on. Yep, it's gonna be our friend. It's gonna be our friend. You know, there's something else that's very interesting about this with the recollection stuff. With the first game, it felt like you were somewhat on a rail. You know, it's like I feel like no matter what, like. This scene would always pop up after you've done this thing. Like, there were moments where it didn't matter, you know? There were moments where that, like, no matter what, like, there was no recollection thing. It was always use your curse. So, but it's like, as soon as you were done with this section, the next section would always open. And with this one, it's kind of like 13 Sentinels in a way, where it's like, hey, you kind of got these flashbacks now where you can go and check them out when in whatever order you want. Like, someone could have played this game, and they could have done, you know, granted, you know, you'd have to replay that one section of the intro, both, you know, going straight back to the mainland without talking about the whole, and then you get this. So you would have to replay that in order to get that. But if someone be like, oh, that one didn't crack, so I went back to that one right away instead of, you know, doing a flashback or doing any of the other stuff. And then they got that, like, ooh, I'm curious about seeing the first stuff, the future stuff, the current stuff instead of the past stuff. So it could be taken in any order. Really? Yeah, these are definitely the blonde girl and the other dude. I heard the eyes at Grand Shrine sees a lot of foreign visitors. It's unusual for them to come to the outlying islands like this. What's more, it seems they've been going around asking a bunch of questions. And get this. Apparently they said they come here looking for mermaids. Mermaids? Curious, right? Yeah. Right when we're looking into them too. And that's not all. For some reason they were asking about your mom. Mary Minakuchi too. What? But why would foreign visitors be asking about my mom? Seems like people think they're pretty shady. I'm still not to go near them and everything. No, I definitely want to hear what they have to say. I wonder where they are now. They're probably still on Kameshima at least. No, the question is where. Well, I guess if we see two Westerners around, we'll know who they are, eh? Apparently they're an older man and a young girl. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure we'll know when we see them. I hope we manage to find them. Okay, looks like that's all the info we're going to get around here. Let's go somewhere. Let's try going somewhere else. Oh, they don't even let me look around the town. Can I go to the jetty again? Oh, looks like Kikuko's back. Wanna try talking to her again? Yeah, let's give it a shot. What now? I've had my fill of shady rumors for the day, okay? If you want to talk, let's talk about something fun instead. Fun. Got any ideas, Yuza? Well, how about this? Boxes, underwater gathering tips, missing Ama divers, any conversation, foreign visitors, working as an Ama diver. On gathering tips. Have any tips that might help when diving? Hey now, that's basically asking me to give away company secrets for free. Oh no, I didn't mean anything like that. Just the basics would be helpful. Basics, huh? How about this then? Sometimes your foot can get caught in rocks while you're swimming, so you should always stay aware of your surroundings. So being too focused on your catch can get you in trouble. That makes sense. If you swim hard enough, you should be able to free yourself, so don't panic too much if that happens, okay? That did happen. Thanks, I'll be careful. If I'm ever allowed to go diving again, that is. Oh. Perfect harvest. The higher dive rank, earn your gathering. Beware of dangers of the sea. Ooh. That's all I've got for now. If you want more tips, try asking Suyu. Boxes. All those boxes we helped you with just now. What was that delivery everyone was expecting? Yep, the latest Kameshima merch, hot off the presses. I thought so. What do we have this time? You want to know? I'll bet Azami's keen to find out. He's always wearing the t-shirt. Sure am. Gotta show the world how much I love Kameshima. Tourists seem to love that shirt too. You wearing it all the time should make for great advertising. Anyway, the latest addition to our souvenir lineup is this. What is that? It's a yaoi paddle. A hand mirror? Bingo. Especially made hand mirror with a Kameshimaru design on the back. Why did it give the like revelation music? So what do you think? Looks great. Why'd you go with another hand mirror, though? Well, mirrors are a pretty prominent symbol of protection for sailors. Comes from the hope that the sea will be as smooth as glass, I guess. There are even regions where mirrors are used as offerings to the sea god. Oh, that's cool. With all the people living on this island surrounded by the sea, I can see why mirrors are seen as symbols of good fortune here. And it's small enough to fit into your pocket, too. It's both cute and practical. Wow, you really thought of everything, huh? I've actually been handing these out to Ama divers around the island since yesterday. They told me it was a charm and they should hang on to it for good luck. Oh, so everyone has one. That's kind of nice. Another way to bring us all together. You're an Ama diver now too, right, Yuza? Why don't you take one? Alright. I don't know if it's okay to count you as a diver, given what happened earlier. Like it really matters. You got plenty, so you should take one too. Thanks for the trouble. Okay. It's no big deal. I don't want you to feel left out or anything. I guess that means Amzi's getting one as well. Here you go. Wow, really? I'm almost down for more Kameshima merch. Sure thing. Keep it safe and sound in your pocket, and maybe it'll keep you safe too. Ooh, that is going to be. Wait. Oh, I was like, what did it add? That's going to be very helpful in the future. That's a mystery mouse code tool that will help us later. Everyone else was really happy to get theirs too. Even your grandma seemed to like it, Yuza. Said she'd be sure to use it from now on. Really? Glad to hear it. Ooh, nice little upbeat music. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering for a while. Yeah? Were you the one who came up with the idea for Kameshimaru Kikuko? Nope, I can't take credit for that one. Alright, I forgot you didn't know, Yuza. Know what? At one point, the local youth organization was trying to come up with souvenir ideas for tourists. Tsukasa stepped up and suggested creating a mascot character for Kameshima. She even drew the design for it. Oh! Mascot characters are all the rage nowadays. You know, there are even mascots for the World Expo and the Japan Games. Oh, I see. So Tsukasa drew this? I only heard about it after the fact, too. I didn't know she was so good at drawing. And it's not just a cute little turtle. The unique look on its face makes a big impression. I honestly love that. I would buy merch of this. Don't get me wrong. So I guess they're doing what the job is. Yeah, the old guys here didn't seem too sure about it at first, though. But thanks to Azami's fervent endorsement, it ended up making the cut. Yeah, you can make it. And I just didn't want Tsukasa's design to go to waste, you know? She put a lot of effort into it. I think it's a great mascot, too, for what it's worth. How interesting. Glad I asked. Ooh. I don't know why I just don't go to the thing. Kameshimaru! A mascot character created specifically for Kameshima as part of the local youth organization's efforts to boost the island's economic and strengthen the community. The design selection for the project was envisioned by Tsukasa Awa, a local high school student. As a symbol of Kameshima, it can be seen on a wide variety of merchandise sold in shops on the island, including keychains, flags, and handhelds. A surprisingly number of tourists have found themselves charmed by the turtle character's particularly sleepy expression. Enough so that its merchandise is often in short supply. I mean, yeah, like I said, I'd buy merch of that. I'd buy a keychain of that. There's a bunch of Kameshimaru merch now. Keychains, notepads, you name it. If you want any, just let me know. Did you go diving today as well, Kikuko? Oh, you mean that whole thing about how we're supposed to stay out of the sea? No one I know is paying attention to that. I took a boat out into the bay from the northern shore, but didn't end up with much to show for it. North Sea, huh? Anyone go with you? No, I went by myself. Why do you ask? No particular reason. Just taking notes for later. I see. Really serious about becoming an Ama diver, huh? It'd be a real shame if you couldn't become one with that enthusiasm. I'd like to help, but the timing really is not the best right now. It's okay. The information you can give me is helpful enough. Sorry, I'll help out when things have died down, okay? By the way, Yuza, how much practice did you manage to get in today? I think I managed to make good progress, but there are definitely... There's definitely things I can improve on. I thought so. It's pretty much impressive you managed to improve that much in one day. It might not be long before you can catch up to me. Wow. Pretty impressed you can tell all that just by looking at him. Hey, I thought of a way I can show my support. You managed to get a high score of 2,000 points in one diving session? I'll give you a special prize. Well, fuck me. Whoa, isn't that great, Yuza? What was your highest score today again? Let's see. I think it was 664 points. Oof, I'm afraid you weren't quite up to snuff. Too bad. Ugh, I brought shame to my name as the patron saint of diving. Okay, so definitely, that's something I'll have to keep a reminder of. Actually, I should. I'm going. Oh yeah, I actually am. So let's see. 2,000 points. God, 2,000 points is a lot. I can barely get it. You basically have to keep finding the whatever the things, because those give at least 200 almost every single time. But I'll probably have to keep that blink now. Foreign visitors. By the way, have you seen the 2 foreign tourists that were supposed to be visiting today? Hey, sec. Foreign tourists here today? No way. What do they look like? They have blonde hair. Were they cool? I'm not sure. I don't know that much about it. Guess that means you haven't seen them either, though. Yeah, I guess they didn't come this way. Hey now, you two had better not be thinking of following them around to Gop. Don't want them to think we're all unsocial, sophisticated louts out here, do you? Weren't you just asking whether they were cool or not? Cool or not? I don't know what you're talking about. But if you see them, you'll come and tell me, right? Right? Okay, we will. Yeah, I sure hope I warn those foreigners before they leave. She's not even trying to hide what she really thinks anymore. Ah, okay. Have you heard about the 2 Alma divers from the mainland who went missing? Of course I have. They evidently disappeared one right after the other. I guess it's a reminder of just how dangerous the sea can be. Hearing news like this is always pretty sobering. Do you think they were just accidents? Well, some of the other divers think it's a sign that something bad's going to happen. But you should probably keep quiet about this, Yuza. If you start bringing it up, people will get suspicious. Yeah, that's probably true, yeah. Personally, though, I think they were probably just unfortunate accidents. I hope they're both found safe and sound. Okay, that's it for now. Oh, was that all? I'll be getting back to work then. Well, okay, so what happens if I go to a place I've already been to now? Alright, so that's what happens. Okay. The town clock. The town clock! Oh, this is Shotaro. Shotaro! Hey there, you two. Just the men I want to see. You wouldn't happen to have seen Sato around, would you? Sato? No, I haven't seen her today. She was supposed to meet with me earlier, but she's never showed up. Oh shit, that was their plan, right? She didn't show. Something happened? Oh, I'm sure it was just because of my old man's ridiculous request earlier. Honestly, I don't know what he was thinking. Still, he really has been acting off lately. I can't believe he'd say something like that. Is something wrong? Oh, pardon me. It's nothing for you to worry about. By the way, Yuza, I hear you become an armor diver? Ah, yes. I was told to stop, so I'm currently on extended, if not permanent leave. Oh, don't let it get to you. I, for one, think you should go for it. I imagine everyone's been using your mother as an excuse since she brought bad luck to the island or some such. Wow, that's exactly it. Do you know why everyone keeps saying Yuza's mom was a bad omen, Shotaro? Oh, yes. What was it again? Something about her being the Raging Waves curse bearer? Well, motherfucker! God, I'm actually curious of which way would have been better if... Would it have been better if I did this first rather than the flashback stuff? Man. Again, that's why I said about the 13th cent. I can't remember if I said it in this part or in the previous part, but like, that's the thing about like how this feels like 13 Sentinels in a way. Like, unlike with the first Paranormasight game, is very like straightforward, where it's like, oh, like when you do this thing, it unlocks the next thing. It's never a whole like, oh, you did this one thing, and it also made this other thing unlock, but it unlocked like two things. It was never that. It was always kind of like a straight line. Well, this one has multiple things. So you could have learned about the Raging Waves curse from him, or the way I did with Soda and other Shiki. I can't remember her first name. The what? Raging Waves? Raging Waves curse bearer. Raging Waves is, well, exactly what you think it means, and the curse bearer has the power to call forth that calamity of the sea. My old man was going on about earlier, but it's probably just superstitious nonsense. Don't pay it any mind. Oh, this is why you want to go to the locations that like, oh, hey, we should go talk to these two people at these two places. That's why you want to go to these places first. But I really should get going. Let me know if you see Sato, okay? See you later. I'm pretty curious about what Shotaro said. Yeah, the Raging Waves curse bearer, huh? Did people really see my mom that way? Maybe we should ask Mr. Wakamaru what he knows. Yeah, it's worth a shot at least. Anyway, let's keep moving. Alright, the Torii gate. Gotta go say our prayers, gotta go. And then bow. Oh, hey. Huh? Tsukasa? Sato? What's going on? Well, I'm sorry, I can't explain right now. Tsukasa, come on. We're drawing too much attention here. Oh no, did she get rejected? Hey. What's that all about? Something's definitely up with them. Yeah, they practically ran off when they saw us. Tsukasa was crying. What the hell could have happened? I'm worried too, but Sawa said she can't explain right now. I'm sure that means they'll tell us what's up later. True. We shouldn't grill them if they're not ready to talk about it. Still. I get the feeling we probably shouldn't tell Shotaro we saw Sato here. Yeah, let's keep this to ourselves until we learn a bit more. He's probably the reason, because he's a fuck! Here's the thing. I could definitely see having to go to the, like, either way, I feel like we'll be going to one of those two places that we have left, and then we go to the other one, and then we go back to the first one, and then we go back to the second one. I can kind of see we have to go to both of them once we, so it's kind of like a whole, oh, go to one area, you won't get everything, so you go to the next area, you get a little more, you go to that other, the first one, you get the rest of it, and then you go back to the second one, and you get the rest of that one. I can see that being the case. Let's go to the Wakamaru residence. You two again. What are you doing here? Jeez, you're two. We're chatting about something important right now. Scram! Guess we got no choice but to come back later, huh? Okay, well then, something like that happens. Alright, time to lock the Gram. who we have not had any information from. Come back, Yuza. Oh, and Azumi's here too. Thanks for having me. You two went out diving today, didn't you? How'd it go? Did you get a decent haul? Grant, about that. I was all set to enjoy the next stage of my life as an Ama diver. I found myself on forced leave the very day of my grand debut. Goodness, did something happen? Oh my, she and the others all said all that. Oh. If I were you, I wouldn't pay them any mind. You're not breaking any rules, are you? You sure it's okay? I'll point fretting over pointless details is what I always say. Grandmother, Yuza Minakuchi. Finally gonna get her stuff, which is honestly what I was a little excited for. I think she's out of everyone that we've met so far. She's the only one that we haven't had yet, so... All right. Only 63 years old. God damn. She was 40. What? Wait, hold the fucking phone then. I'm 18. 18 minus... minus 3, so you get rid of 3. So they have left with 15. She was 45 when Yuza was born. Holy moly! She must have been young when she had her son, and maybe we'll learn about that here. Yuza Minakuchi's parental grandmother and a former Amadiva born in the Tasho period. She has a relaxed and broad-minded nature, but her tendency not to concern herself with the finer details often makes those around her uneasy. Although now retired due to health issues, she was one of the best Ama divers of Kameshima, especially in her younger days, during which she was fierce rivalry with Chie Toyama, also known as Chie the Mermaid. Later years saw them reconcile, and they could often be seen talking and laughing together at the diver's hut while grilling their catches. She lost her husband in the war when her son Tosuke Minakuchi was 3 years old. Okay. Must have had him young. Like, okay, well, if her husband was a soldier, I would assume this was during World War II. Yeah. That's young. That is young. And then, of course, my parents must have had me when I was young, too. Or Matt had me when they were young. I must have underestimated just how deep tensions ran. Never imagined they'd still be that hostile towards her. I thought things would have calmed down by now for sure. I'm sorry, Yuza. It's okay, Gran. Not being allowed to dive isn't the end of the world or anything. But are you sure there isn't a reason no one wants to talk about Mom? Well, no reason I can think of. I'd like to get a bomb of things there if possible. It's going to affect my life if I don't, and I'd like to clear Mom's name too. If you don't mind me saying, it does seem pretty weird that people would be this upset just by Yuza coming back to Kameshima. You sure there's not some particular reason they don't like the thought of him going out diving? Well, no reason I can think of. Exact same answers before. She's determined to pretend she doesn't know. Gran, I know you've always been reluctant to talk about Mom. I'm not a child anymore. Isn't it about time you told me the truth? You little fucking bastard. Okay, let's talk about her condition first. Let's warm her up. So I had to leave early today and go diving, Gran. Is everything okay? How are you feeling? Well, I didn't have much pep in my step today, but it's fine because Sato came over this morning. Oh. She really is a saint. Always helping me out with the cooking and cleaning like that. Again? Gran, I know you're fond of her, but you shouldn't rely on her too much. I didn't know Sato was coming over to help out here. You gonna marry her? Yeah, she and Gran became friends recently, and before I knew it, she was coming over every so often. Sato's such a nice young lady. She even chats with me about all the latest TV drama developments. She's a bit naive in some ways, but she's a quick learner. Remembers everything I tell her almost instantly. Huh, I had no idea. I said she could relax here a while, but she left early today. I'm glad you're having fun, but make sure to thank her properly sometime, alright? Of course, of course. I'm always happy to help, you know. There's no need to depend on others so much. I know, but if someone has to help me get things done, I'd rather it was a lovely young girl, you know. And besides, she does a much better job at cooking and cleaning than you do, Yuzu. Ouch. See, I do my best to be a good grandson, and this is the thanks I get. I love grandmothers like this. My grandma was kind of like this too, in a way, the teasing kind. She'd be like, oh, you know, such and such and such and such does this so much better than you, and all that stuff. And fuck, god dang it! Every time there's like something with a grandmother that's like on screen or something like that, I always think about my grandma, because she was a big part of my life, and this is definitely one of those kinds of characters that I would definitely resonate with, if I'm being completely honest. And I love it. Do you have any diving advice for me, Gran? Advice, huh? Let's see. If you're looking to get a higher score in a single dive, you should focus on gathering everything you can, even the small fry. Getting 10 or 15 will earn you a bonus into your final score. Ooh, okay, that I did not know. If you manage to nab a big catch, switching your focus to bringing in as many small creatures. If you manage to nab a big catch, switching your focus to bring in as many small catches as possible should net you a good result. I see. That'll be of great help. Alright, earn your stars. Beware the dangers. Aim for a large haul. Gathering more than 10 sea creatures at once will earn you a large haul bonus. A total of 10 or more will give you 1.5 times your original score, and a total of 15 or more will net you a 1.8 times your original score. If you can't find any promising catches, focusing on quantity over quality can still earn you a high score. So that's going to be how we'll get to 2,000. Depends on how much longer this section takes. I might go back to the diving area and try to get that. You wouldn't happen to have any other diving tips for me, would you? Well, now, bold as brass, aren't you? I'm glad you're keen to learning. Let me see. Sometimes you come across areas when diving that are simply brimming with sea creatures. I call them bountiful zones. Bountiful zones, huh? I'd love to see one. I think I did see one, but I completely ignored it. On the other hand, areas with lots of starfishes are usually picked clean. And with no sea creatures to speak of, I call those places barren zones. So the more starfish there are, the less sea creatures there will be. Got it. A whopper of a catch could still be hiding in a barren zone, of course. Always keep an eye on your surroundings. I fucking love this. I fucking love how, like, unlike the first game where it was all the, like, you know, focus on story and, like, everything like that, this game actually gave us a fucking mini game to go around and just do random bullshit with. I love it. What a way to, like, improve upon from the first game. They've already did so much improvements compared to the first game. I just love this already. More dive. Nope, all good. Working as an Alma diver. So, how'd your dive out in the bay go? The dive went perfect. You may know me only as your grandson Yuza, but in truth, I'm a living legend. Kameshima's patron saint of diving. Well, now, that does sound impressive. Well, now, it does look like you're polishing your skills a fair bit. I expect nothing less from a living legend. Huh? You can tell all that with a single glance? Ooh, I think I have everything at rank 3 at least? Yeah, everything's at least rank 3. I bet you it's because of whatever my rank is at. If I didn't have it as is, she'd be saying something completely different. You best not underestimate the abilities of a veteran armor diver like your Gram. I can also tell you still have room to improve, though. Work hard and I'm sure you'll go far. Will do. I'll be a true legend before you know it. I've been forbidden from diving for now, so it seems my life as an armor diver will have to wait. No need to fret. I'm sure that'll sort itself out in time. Also, you can fucking ignore that bullshit. I don't know about that. Your grandma's the same as ever, huh? Whatever the case, I'm happy you've chosen to follow in my footsteps, Yuza. Good thing I thought to keep Mary's outfit, eh? Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about being able to fit in my mom's clothes at this age. You never did get any taller after middle school, did you? Damn! As my constant diet of fresh seafood meant nothing! It's nothing you need to worry about, Yuza. Doesn't make you any less charming. Damn, I fucking know it. He has a crush on him. You really can't think of any reason why everyone had such a problem with Mom? Well, alright, I'll be honest with you. Mari wasn't actually human. Okay, what the actual fuck? Huh? You mean we were right? Are you for real? Wait. Don't tell me you believe that. Can't you boys take a joke? I was obviously kidding. Did all that seawater pickle your common sense? Wait, you were joking? Of course I was. I mess around a bit and see if I could get a rise out of you. But you sure turned the tables on me. Turn a prank around on me like that. You have nothing more to teach you, young Yuza. I can now die. Goodbye. Oh, here I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. It's no good. She's set on giving us the slip. I'm not going to get anything more out of her like this. Maybe she'd be more willing to talk if we had more information. We have the curse bearer thing. You've heard me say this before, but Mari found it difficult to fit in here on the island. The environment she grew up in was quite different, you see. She struggled to adapt to life in a small community. No other reason I can think of for the beef the others had with her. Okay, I guess that's it for now. We're gonna go out again for a big ran. Got it. You two take care, okay? Okay, he's on his own. Oh man, Wakamaru. Mind if we ask you something real quick? It's just one thing after another today. What now? Azami and the Minakuchi boy. They're from Chi, who went out into the bay to do some diving earlier. Well, I've got a bone to pick with you, and there's no time like the present. Okay. So, boy, serious about wanting to become an armor diver? Huh? I thought at first you'd come up here to get my permission to dive. But now I hear you've been running around looking to Mari Minakuchi. What's the meaning of this? Ugh. It's my fucking mom, so of course I want to know about it, you fucking old piece of shit. To be honest, we have been asking around. Guess there was no hiding it from you. Yuza, you sure this is okay? I mean, yeah, what's the point of lying? Probably best to be honest about things now, Azami. It's just like you said, been trying to find out more about my mom. I knew it. Anyway, my point is, no more sticking your nose where it don't belong, got it? And most of all, never becoming an armor diver! Loco Magnate, whatever the fucking, however you fucking pronounce that word. So, if I give up becoming an armor diver and fall in line, will you tell me more about my mom? Oh wait, we already got his information. I was like, why didn't we get, I was about to say, why didn't we get his profile? I was like, wait, no, we already got that earlier. No need to be like, oh, profile, when we already got his profile. Which is weird how we got a profile from someone that we didn't meet. And such. Because you think we get the profiles of like, we'd get their profiles when we met them, not like of them being mentioned by anything. All this sniffing around you doing sure ain't falling in line, that's for sure. Besides, you should be asking Sue about all this business, not me. She's gotta know more than I do. Oh? So Sue really does know more than she's laying on. Anne says she doesn't know anything about my mom, though. So she even said that to you? What do you mean? Well, I don't know that much myself. Sue's always been the tight-lipped around Mary Minakuchi. Where she came from, what her deal was. She's been saying Yuza's mom was to blame for that massive storm, even though you don't know for sure? Sue ain't said nothing to deny it. Speaks for itself, don't it? Oh, so it's a whole, admission of guilt without, saying anything. Got it. Yeah, you're all so fucking whatever. Don't like what you're hearing. You should just go ask Sue about yourself. Alright, what's this bullshit? Mr. Wakamura, what is the Raging Waves curse bearer? What? Where'd you hear about that? It's gotta be Shotaro. Boy never could keep his mouth shut. We heard he's some sort of curse that wipes the waves into a frenzy. Something like that really exists? It does. The Southern Sea disaster 5 years ago was caused by that very same curse. The curse of the Raging Waves? And your mother, Mari Minakuchi, was the one who brought it down on us. And that storm was no natural disaster. It was entirely preventable. If we'd only stopped her from going to the bay that day, Kameshima wouldn't have had to suffer such a tragedy. What? My mom would never do something like that. Just because you don't remember, don't mean she wasn't up to something out there. As to whether it was intentional or not, who can say? But it doesn't make a difference either way. I don't get how you can say Miss Mari was a curse bearer or whatever if you don't know anything about her. Do you have any proof? Proof? I've got the words of a trustworthy sorcerer backing me up. That's all the proof I need. Sorcerer? You're basing all this on what some woo-woo wizard said? Give me a fucking break, old man. You can believe what you like. Don't change the fact that curses and spirits are as real as anything else. Bah, I don't have time to butt heads with you two. But I know what I'm saying is the honest truth. Looks like there's no point trying to change his mind. Old man's as stubborn as a mule. Do you really think there's a storm coming? And that storm was caused by a curse? Of course I do. Some fellow who said they were with the police dropped by and warned me about it yesterday, in fact. Oh, is this, Sota and what's her name? The police? Why would the police be warning you about a curse? Yeah, I reckon they were just phonies trying to take advantage of the curse for their own benefit. But even you two must have noticed that rumbling coming from the sea over the last few days, right? That's proof the curse of the Raging Waves has gained stronger. So that's why you've been telling everyone to stop taking their boats out and prepare for a storm? Sure is. Naturally, I can't just come out and say it's because of a curse. There's no telling when or where they'll rear its head. It's too dangerous to go up to the water in these circumstances. Even so, we'll have to take our boats out again eventually. Can't keep them off the sea forever. You're damn tootin'! That's why I gotta find a way to stop the curse as soon as possible. Why would a curse be affecting the sea around here, though? Seems like you two still don't believe me. Fine. Let's see if this will change your minds. A long time back, there used to be another island on the south of here. Taishima it was called. Taishima? This is the first I've heard of it. They say it was devastated by an earthquake and tsunami nearly 400 years ago. But the truth of the matter is that raiders overran the island and slaughtered every last one of the people who lived there. Damn, boy. The murdered islanders' resentment gave rise to the curse of the raging waves. The resulting storm and tsunami sank the island at the bottom of the sea, raiders and all. Is that true? That curse is still rolling around the sea near here to this very day. Just one little push and that storm could come barreling down on Kameshima next. A push? Something that would awaken the islanders' anger again, such as someone with ties to those raiders, say a descendant of theirs, drawing near to where Taishima was. A descendant? Wait, you're saying my mom was the descendant of the raiders who attacked Taishima? Sure am. And as her son, you share her blood. But how could that... Only natural everyone see you as a bad omen, no? I really don't want you back on the island. I really didn't want you back on the island, you know. You should be grateful I didn't have you shipped back to the mainland on the next ferry. You're telling me that's how everyone sees Yuzu and his folks all this time? It's fine, Azami. Let's hear the rest of what he has to say. You're saying the reason the curse of the raging waves reawakens because I came back to Kameshima? Nah, there are signs even before you came back, so the direct cause was probably something else. That still doesn't change the fact you're a bad omen, though. Hey, go fuck yourself. Are you even planning on stopping the curse? Ain't none of your concern. You just sit tight at home and stay out of my way. I don't want to hear any more about you going out to sea. Are we clear? Fuck, my throat still hurts from all the yelling I did during that Silk Song stream because of all that bullshit. Fuck, I got lightheaded from that too. That was probably the most I've ever screamed about anything. And that's all I'm gonna say on the matter. And that's all I gotta say about that. Should be clear now just how much of a danger you are to the island. Now get yourself home and stay put. Seems like that's all we're gonna get out of him. Maybe we could ask Sue about what we just heard. She might be able to tell us more. Oh, is there something else you need, Yuza? By the way, Grant, we just wanted to talk to Mr. Wakamura. There's something we wanted to ask you about. What was that? My hearing's been a bit off recently, you see. Please don't say that. A lot of Alma divers have ear problems, so it's not really a laughing matter. Someone has no sense of humor. So, do you know that everyone thought Mom was the Raging Waves curse bearer? Wow, I'm impressed you managed to say that without stuttering. Ugh. So you have heard of it before? Oh, drat. Me and my big mouth. You said Mom was descended from the ones who first called forth the curse or something like that. And that's why everyone's so concerned with what I get up to. Is it true, though? Well, if you know that much. I suppose I can tell you the truth. If I just rest up a bit, I'll be up and around again in no time. I want the two of you to come to the southern bay later, once the sun's gone down. Alright, thanks, Gran. You can't tell us about it now? I think we better show you what I mean. Okay, we'll be at the bay at sundown. But if you're not feeling up to it, don't push yourself, okay? No need to rush now. I'll tell you everything later. You'll want to prepare yourself for this one. Okay. We're going out again for a bit, Gran. Got it. You two take care, okay? Well, what do I do? Do I go here? I have a feeling he's not going to say anything, but... Mr. Wakamura? Oh, good. He's completely clammed up. Tell we'll get another crack at that shell. Let's try somewhere else. Okay, let's go to the quarry again. Guess no one's here right now. Now let's try somewhere else. Town clock. Oh. Ah, Chie. You two again. Still wandering about, poking your nose into business you shouldn't be? I was about to stop messing around and just give up already. Nothing you do is gonna make me change my mind. I'm saying this for your sake as much as anyone else, Minakuchi boy. Try to understand my position, eh? I'd respect you more if you respected me to say my actual name, bitch, so fuck you! For my sake? You managed to survive that disaster 5 years ago. Some would call it a miracle, even. It wouldn't do to see that miracle go to waste, would it? Oh yeah. I'm so much of a miracle that everyone fucking shuns me. Fuck you. Maybe I flew off the handle a bit earlier. Ended up coming off a bit stronger than I meant to. I can't tell you anything about your mother, but believe me when I say it's best you let sleeping dogs lie. Because Sleeping Dogs is a game series that Square Enix is never going to touch again, even though they should. Sure, I'll ask for the tips. I said it before and I'll say it again. No diving. My stance hasn't changed a bit, you hear me? Damn, guess that's that. By the by, where'd you go diving today? Oh, well. Yuzu wanted a particular spot, so we went about 5 kilometers south of the island. Say what? What were you thinking? Diving in the southern sea of all places. You got even less sense than I thought. You know full well that everyone avoids that area because of the disaster 5 years ago. Yeah, I know. So I was the perfect spot. Azami and I both lost family in the disaster too. I want to take the chance to pay our respects. Fucking stupid fuckers. I can't say I don't get how you feel. But that strange rumbling I told you about is coming from the south. Just do me a favor and stay away from the sea, alright? Alright. Ain't got nothing from me there. I love that. Gee, we heard that 2 Ama divers from the mainland went missing in some sort of accident. You heard right. You think that's a bad omen as well? I do. Well aware just how dangerous the sea can be. But 2 divers getting caught up in accidents and going missing one after another? That tells me there's something off with the sea itself. Something's going on in the sea around these parts. Mark my words. Oh, I almost forgot to ask. Have the 2 foreigner tourists come by here at all? Sure did. Saw them just now, actually. What? Do you know where they went? Looked like they were headed to the lighthouse from what I could tell. Lighthouse, huh? Gotcha! Ooh. Ah, the Kameshima Lighthouse. Ugh, God, doing some of these voices hurts my throat because, again, of all that yelling I did during the fucking, my recent Silksong stream, because there's a lot of bullshit that happened. A lighthouse on the eastern side of Kameshima, the narrow passage between Cape Irago and Kameshima, has long been known to be difficult to navigate, particularly at night. So much so that it has been featured alongside the whirlpools of Awa and Ondo no Seto strikes in sailor songs about the most feared waterways. Following its construction in the Meiji era, spurred by reports of warship strikes reefs in the area, the lighthouse has continued to stand watch over the waters of the island, ensuring safe passage to all who travel them. Don't go flying around just because we don't see many foreigners folks around here. These parts, you hear? Is this about how Yuza's mom caused that curse? The curse of the raging waves or whatever? So you already know. Heard all from Shinobu, I'll wager. Do you believe in curses, Miss Chie? Of course I do. At the very least, I know it's not some old wives' tale. Not saying you have to believe it too, though. It kind of sounds like you are. Don't get me wrong. Don't want to talk bad about the woman or anything. There was obviously something up with Mary Minakuchi 5 years back. I don't want to talk bad about this person, but I'm going to talk bad about this person. Because fuck you. That's always the one thing. It's like it's the whole like, oh no, you're such a bullshitter when you're like, I'm not, like, no offense, but, or it's like, I'm not this, but. It's like, okay, so you are that thing. You're just prefacing by saying but, even though that's clearly not going to work or help out with anything, because, yeah. God, people are so, I hate that. I mean, it's one of the things that's like, yeah, it's like, whatever, but it's also like, damn. Ugh, my fucking throat, man. So sorry. She always seemed anxious and on edge, and then the disaster struck. Might be I'm just reading too much into it, but I can't shake those doubts of mine either. We're all done here. You should leave dealing with Island Master Shinobu from now on. Keep your heads down and stay out of trouble. You hear? Yeah. Well, that was something. She isn't a bad person at heart, but she sure is stubborn. Yeah. Oh, wait. Should we tell her we know where they're at? Or is that something that we wait until after we talk to the foreigners again? Oh, I guess we could bring this up to her. Have you heard of the Curse of the Raging Waves? Nope, never heard of it. What is it? Well, we went to talk to Mr. Wakamura just now. Wait, so you mean the disaster 5 years ago was caused by some curse? And that some curse is going to cause the same thing to happen again? So it seems. What the hell's he on about? Trying to pass things off as some occult tripe. Don't tell me you two believe that rubbish. Well, it did seem pretty believable. Oh, please. He's obviously feeding you a load of nonsense. I don't know if you two are aware, but there are rumors the old man's been relying really into this shady sorcerer recently. A sorcerer? Yeah, some sort of miracle worker over in Tokyo or something. Apparently he'll do anything they say. That's probably why he's going on about curses and stuff. Shotaro did say he's been behaving oddly recently. Shotaro thinks so? Then that's gotta be it. So it's just a hoax? You shouldn't pay any mind to that hogwash. Besides, doesn't it bother you that he's trying to pin the disaster on some sort of crazy curse? I mean, it's a fucking natural disaster. Like, why are you acting like it was a man-made reason that some shit happened? Like, yeah, it fucking sucks that they think my mom's the reason for the curse, but still, goddamn. Alright, time to go to the lighthouse. Let's meet this other foreigner. We know of one of them. We know of the blonde-haired chick. Oh, this is going to be... Hey, there they are. Now, this is going to be interesting because of what she did in the past. And they know that Samakaya is Minazaki or whatever they say the name. Oh, looks like we found them. That looks like them, all right. Excuse me. Your rain. Do my eyes deceive me? Could these young islanders have come all the way here to talk to us? Welcome to Kameshima Lighthouse. There's not much here, but please make yourselves at home. Thanks for having us? Why is he the one welcoming us? It's because most people have been avoiding him. He's excited someone finally wants to talk. Oh. Anyway, we were wondering if you could spare a moment to talk. Wait, before you do, shall we play a game? I want to guess why you've come to talk to us. May I? Sure. It's probably safe to assume you know we've been making the rounds here asking questions. Indeed. It was most likely hearing such news that incited you to climb all the way up here to meet us. Which means... I've got it. You almost certainly done something to offend the good people of this island. Committed some manner of ill-mannered faux pas. You must have come to tell us that this lighthouse is off limits to everyone except authorized personnel. Actually, no. Oh my god! The bitter taste of failure. And thus does my stint as a aspiring detective end in ignominy. I'd say that whole show is kind of a social faux pas at least. Don't worry, he's always like this. He'll bounce back in no time. I see. He must be pretty resilient. Since you didn't guess right, do you mind if I continue? Oh, asking my permission, are we? Well then, by all means, permission granted. Thank you, Ah, yes, my name is Arnav Branham. You can call me Avi as a sign of our newfound friendship, and also because I like it better. So, too bad. Tourist. Arnava Braun. Okay then, Avi. Such a pleasing ring to it. And what can I do for you, young man? Will this girl be your daughter? Not quite. Miss Sherik Lunar Light here is a distant relative of mine. Yes, Miss Sherik Lunar Light would be me. Nice to meet you. Shelly. Or Siri? 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 Is that... I think that's what her name is. Great. I'm Yuza Minakuchi, a resident of Kameshima, and this is... Azami Kumoi. Nice to meet you. Yuza and Azami, eh? The pleasure's mine. I don't know why I'm giving him a Russian accent, but wait, Minakuchi. So what brings you to Kameshima today? I'm glad you asked, young Yuza. We were hoping to pick your brains on the topic as well. There wouldn't happen to be any legends concerning mermaids passed down on this island, would there? It's really hard looking into mermaids. Oh, indeed we are. You know what mermaids are, yes? I refer, of course, to the mythical half-human, half-fish creature. Sure, I know that much at least. Ah, then I may be able to provide a monochrome of additional information on this subject. Monochrome? Additional information? Well, you may be aware that the typical Western mermaid is envisioned of having the lower half of a fish and the top half of a human woman. You know what's weird? We did not get a profile for him or for the girl yet, which, I mean, I guess to be fair, I feel like we're not going to get their profiles until we're like looking at either his point of view or her point of view, whichever one it is. Because it seems like there seems to be like so far 4 groups going on now. We have obviously Yuza and Azami, so that's one group. We have Sato and Tsukasa, so that's group number 2. And we have our detective lady and Soda, so that's group number 3. So, and then we have these guys, so this will be group number 4. So I think that would be all of our groups then. So how many groups were there in the previous game? I think there was, let me think here, they had, I think they had either 4 or 5. And then they kind of like had a hidden one that didn't, like, technically, to be fair, I don't think one of them was that long either. So it was like, it could have been like 5 or 6. Should definitely just load up the first game and check at some point, because that gets good. There's envisioned of having the lower half of a fish and the top half of a human woman. Can't really procreate that way. It's not. God, what? I don't know. I know he's probably not Russian. He's probably is either American or British. I'll give him a Southern American accent like this. It's thought that the interpretation has its origins in another sea monster. It's signs of Greek mythology. Their claim to fame is surfacing near reefs and bewitching sailors with their beautiful voices. Andersen's fairy tale, The Little Mermaid, is a famous example of this type of mermaid. Indeed, it caused the image to enter common knowledge. And then, of course, Disney's own The Little Mermaid, which has a penis on the cover of it. Actually, that hasn't come out yet, so that's in the 90s. That's a 90s film, so we still got time before that happens. We can prevent the penis on the covering. Actually, there's no preventing that, unfortunately. That's just a canon event that has to happen. Unfortunately, everyone has to see the Little Mermaid penis on the castle and on the priest as well. So it's not his real penis, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that's what comes to mind when I think of mermaids too. A typical mermaid, right? The mermaid that appears in ancient Japanese folklore is quite different. It's literally just a head of a human. A fish of a monster. Wait, a fish of a monster? What the fuck? I mean, a body of a fish. This mermaid's only had a head of a human, with the rest of its body being a fish. It appears it was seen more as an evil spirit or a yokai in nature. A yokai. The legend that eating its flesh will grant immortality also implies that it was seen as more fish than human. Sure, that makes sense. People would definitely think twice about eating something that looked human, huh? This isn't to say there's a difference in the Eastern and Western interpretations of mermaids, mind you. One could rather assume that there are several different types of creature that can be encompassing by the term mermaid. After all, there's also reports of more humanoid or demi-human mermaids being sighted in Japan in later years. Different types of mermaids, huh? Personally, I think lumping the two under the same appellation is a mistake. After all, there's 2 different creatures that just happen to share the same trait of being half fish, half human. Leads to misunderstandings when conflicting stories get passed down, and then the whole concept gets treated as occult malarkey. I think I see what you mean. Listening you talk about them, it sounds like you believe mermaids really exist, Avi. Well, of course I do. After all, I didn't come to research mermaids. I came to look for mermaids. Bum bum bum. Oh, they should have played the doing. This is all very compelling, isn't it? I think this is the first time someone's agreed with me on the matter. Oh, so we perked your interest, have we? I'm a fancy writer about trade, with a reach spanning the Atlantic from the bony England to the vast America.
Not that any of his books sell at all.
That's right! For some reason, no one buys my novels. Quite the mystery, no? Alas, a fancy writer has no need for mysteries. What's that? I earn more as an occult writer, so that might as well be my main job now? Humbug, I say! Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax, bitch! I see. Also, I didn't know that you wrote for the occult. How the fuck would I have known that? In any case, I'm just your average free spirit, footloose, fancy free, and all that. Wait, was Footloose out yet? I don't know. Getting cut, Footloose, kick up your Sunday shoes? Probably was out. That's like an 80s classic, I believe. What's that? You're wondering if my bohemian nature is the reason I remain unattached and unwed? Unattached and unwed? Bro, we're not asking these questions. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Humbug, I say! Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax!
You seem to be enjoying yourself.
I am indeed. Why not give it a try yourself? 1, 2, 3. Humbug, I say.
I'm good, actually. Thanks.
Impressive as it is, you can see doing this pose 3 times might have been a bit much, yes?
No, it's just, actually, I lied. It kind of is a bit much.
This guy sure is hard to keep up with. At any rate, I recently found myself with a pressing need to visit your fair country for research. Fortunately, young Siri here just happened to be studying Japan and kindly agreed to accompany me as my guide.
Your guide?
Indeed. She's quite the enthusiast when it comes to Japanese folklore and occult phenomenon, and such a pleasure to converse with as well.
Izishima is a deeply spirited region full of sacred places I'd always want to visit. We traveled around the mainland before coming here, but this place stands above and beyond. My nose almost started bleeding from the exhilaration.
There we go!
Past recollection, chapter available. Arnava Barnaby.
So he's the one. So we're going to be looking from his perspective. Now that's going to be interesting, especially like if we ever get to the point where we like see what they did with my mom or anything like that, or who everyone thinks is my mom. That is gonna be interesting. It will unlock. Wait, it will unlock when all conditions are met. So we haven't met. How the fuck have we not met all the conditions yet? We've done everything so far.
In fact, I think you did a bit.
You must have been really excited, huh? Is this really that special compared to other places?
Of course. It wasn't called the land whither repair the waves from the eternal world for nothing, you know.
The land whither what?
What's this? You never heard it called that? It said that Yamatome no Mikato, the Empress of ancient Japan, was searching for a suitable place to enshrine Amaterasu 2,000 years ago.
Oh shit. We're getting into some Shimigami Tensei lore.
Play Shimigami Tensei 3, 4, and 5. I'm pretty sure 1 and 2 are good too, but yeah. She received a divine revelation that the waves around Isi Providence come from the eternal world, which led to her establishment, the Isa Grand Shrine.
And to be fair, the whole Amaterasu thing was a part of Shimigami Tensei 4 out of those 3 that I mentioned, so. And being a part isn't really right either. It was a side quest, I believe. I believe it was a side quest you need to do if you want to unlock one of the special endings, though, like the true neutral ending or whatever the heck it was called in Shimigami Tensei 4. Actually, I think Shimigami Tensei 4 only had the 3 endings: the neutral, chaos, and chaos, lawful, and neutral.
This eternal world is a separate realm from the world in which we live. Some describe it as a perpetual paradise.
Whoa, you're gonna have to slow down there a bit, so, what does that mean exactly?
Learn about our local history classes, remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I remember. Sorta. Basically, Issei's such a sacred place, even though ancient gods took a liking to it, right?
Exactly. It has such an enticing vibe. Just being here is enough to have my nose gushing all day long.
Haha. Well, the residents won't be feeling too hot if your nose kept bleeding all the time. One thing's for sure, though. You seem to really like Ishishima. As a local, I'm super happy to hear that. Oh, now we're getting their things. Author, occult journalist, 40 years old, nicknamed Abby, a fantasy author and occult journalist whose books are published in both American and England, but they apparently don't sell well. Unmarried, he has apparently come to Japan in search of mermaids. Female exchange student. She's only 15. She's not that old. I mean, to be fair, it makes sense that she'd be young. A young girl from England currently on exchange in Japan. She seems to harbor an ardent interest in Japanese folklore and occult stories. You'll be staying at Kameshima tonight? If you need somewhere to stay, I know a few places.
We've actually already booked a guest house back on the mainland. We'll be taking the last ferry back after this.
Oh, guess you don't have much time left then, huh? We got mermaids. And that brings me to my next question. You wouldn't happen to have any local info on mermaids, would you? Unfortunately, I've never heard of any folklore about mermaids here. Now, see, I would align with the answers we've received to our other inquiries thus far. And it would seem our investigation has branded us as certified weirdos. Most everyone now turns us a blind eye as well as a deaf ear. Well, it's probably not just because of that. I mean, isn't there supposed to be a huge occult craze going on in Japan right now? Suppose everyone would be jumping at the chance to discuss cryptids. Pretty sure that's just a small group of enthusiasts getting worked up. A very vocal minority, yeah? If you're that interested in the occult, what brought you all the way to Kameshima? You have a reason to believe mermaids could be found here? An excellent question. I do indeed. More precisely, I have a reason to believe they could be found around Tashimiya, an island that no longer exists.
Taishima?
Indeed. I obtained this information through personal research, so I imagine it's not common knowledge. Some say there were 3 mermaids, Soibe, Nagami, and Heisei, living in the seas around Taishimiya 400 or so years ago.
3 of them? And you even know their names.
We didn't even know Taishima existed until today. It seems a deliberate decision was made not to leave any records of Taishima's existence, which would obviously lead one to believe something's being concealed. On that note, do you know that records remain of several other signs of mermaids in Ishibe?
What? Really? That's right. Legends about mermaids exist throughout Japan, and this region is no exception. In particular, there are reports of mermaids having been discovered in Sioux City and Issa City, both of which border Issa Bay. Isabo.
Whoa, I had no idea.
I've jotted down some notes of these legends, so please take a look if you're interested.
Oh shit, okay. Issa Bay mermaid legends. Okay. The Mermaid of Betsusho. According to Kokon Chamojo, a collection of notable tales of old and new, an anthology of spoken stories compiled in the 13th century, 3 mermaids were discovered were caught in a fisherman's net in Bushido in Aiza Province, Brande, Nakapepo, Koaga Town in Sioux City. The Mermaid of Futamagaru. There are a total of 6 mermaid signs mentioned in the Kanagenchi, the ancient annals of Hoyojo Temple, covering the later half of the Kamakura period to the Nabokuchi period. One of those entries describes a mermaid sign in Futami Aisa province, modern-day Futami town in Isa City, in the second year of the Enbun era, 1357. The mermaid was subsequently named Enmeiji, a name comprised of characters affiliated with long life. Long life. On towns, Iobikuni. Although the exact time period is unclear, legends tell of a girl named Atsuto from Kusawako in Ano town of age district who became immortal after eating the flesh of a mermaid and went on to become Yao Bikuni, a nun who lived for 800 years. Oh, damn, that long. The 3 mermaids of Taishima. Oh wait, we already learned about the 800 curse thing. Why the fuck am I acting like it's such a big deal? Excuse me. The 3 mermaids of Taishima. While this information is not recorded in any literature, according to Ivy's research, 3 mermaids, Sobe, Nagami, and Heisei, perpetually lived on Sayama, an island said to have sunk about 400 years ago. Oh, what if my mom, instead of being the curse bearer, which she could very well be, what if she's either A, one of these mermaids, or B, she was one of the people who ate the flesh of a mermaid. That'd be interesting. Thanks. This is all very interesting. So, which type of mermaids are you looking for, Avi? Oh, it seems a lot of the mermaid sites around the Isha Bay were fish mermaids. Fish mermaids? Well, the mermaid signs around Taishima were apparently the human mermaid sort. So it stands to reason that any mermaids around here would be human mermaids as well. Like human mermaids, you mean the sort that are closer to human than fish, right? Indeed. The ones closer to fish, meanwhile, are known as fish mermaids. Or that's what I call them anyway. I see. I don't know whether that makes it easier to understand or more complicated. In that case, mermaids whose flesh would make you immortal if you eat it would have to be the fish mermaids then, right? Another fine question. It is indeed difficult to imagine people eating the flesh of human mermaids. But I personally believe that human mermaids also have the power to bestow immortality on people. Oh, I wonder. And I wonder... how about another refresher on myth and legend? Are either of you familiar with a place called Ryugu? Oh, we learned all this stuff already, but I love how you can learn it all here too. Ryugu. Is it related to Ryugu Palace that appears in the tale of the Urashima Taro? Just so! It could well be considered the inspiration for the undersea palace in that familiar fairy tale. Whoa, I was right? Hell yeah. Ooh, you get to learn about that now. That's actually cool. Tale of Urashima Taro. Long, long ago, a youth by the name of Urashima Taro lived in a village by the sea. One day, upon rescuing a sea turtle that was being bullied on the beach, Taro was amazed when the turtle thanked him by inviting him to Ryugu Palace. The legendary undersea palace of the Dragon King, as a token of gratitude for his kindness. Ryugu Palace was a wondrous place with a beauty unlike anything found on the surface. The princess of Ryugu Palace, Otahime, received him with great hospitality. Taro spent his days treating the elegant dances performed by sea breams and flounders, and satisfied by extravagant feasts, spending his days as if in a dream. After spending some time enjoying his luxurious lifestyle, Taro began to miss his village. He asked Orihime for permission to return home, and though sad to see him go, the princess granted his request. As a parting gift, she handed him a mysterious box, a tamatake bako, but warned him never to open it. Ooh, I wonder, like, that's definitely, like, the box that we've been hearing about, I bet. Thanking the strangers, but agreeing to Otohime's request nonetheless, Taro accepted Tabako and set out back towards his village on Turtleback. Oh, Turtleback, you say? What's the mascot for our island again? Upon reaching his village, Taro realized everything was different. The house he had lived in was gone, and there was no sign of his parents or anyone he had known. What he had believed to be just a short sojourn in Roju Palace had in fact been several hundred years on the surface, and the village and people he had once known were no more. Oh. Fuck. Once overcome with despair, Taro turned to the Tamatabako he had been gifted in a final grasp of hope. As he opened the box, a thick white smoke engulfed him, and in that instant the hundreds of years that had passed caught up with him, turning him into an old man. Oh, shit. Okay, so that definitely does sound like it could be tied to, like, you know, the mermaid's curse there. The Ryu, dragon, surely refers to the gods of the sea. It's not uncommon for deities associated with water to be serpentine in nature. This would then make Ryugu the palace where the god of the sea resides, the palace of the Dragon King. I had no idea Ryugu Palace is based on something else. Ryugu is known for being home to the priestess who attained to the gods of the sea. Women are collectively referred to as Orihime. Those women. Oh yeah, Princess Orihime appeared in the tale of Ushimai Taro, didn't she? Yeah, she was described as the ruler of Ryugu Palace in the fairy tale. So she was actually a priestess? A slight embellishment to make for a more interesting story, I assume. Hardly uncommon. There's also another interesting theory about the Orihime of Ryugu. It's said that they were half fish, half human women in appearance. In other words, they were mermaids. Oh. Yeah, but that's what I hear you say. That's all well and good. But where's this Ryugu Palace anyway? Want to know? You're down to know, aren't you? Very well then. Take away, Ziri.
Right. As a matter of fact, Ryugu is said to be the exact same place as the eternal world I mentioned earlier.
Whoa, really?
In other words, the sea around Issei, which is said to consist of waves from the eternal world, is in fact the location of Ryugu. And Ryugu is home to the Orihime mermaids, right?
That's right.
Oh, that's right. What's more, a priestess who live in a land said to be an eternal paradise. It wouldn't be that odd if they had some sort of power to grant immortality to humans. Even in the tale of Ushimari Taro, Princess Orihime displayed the ability to influence the physical age of other people using the Tamatabako. If the story has its basis in the ability of mermaids to influence human lifespans, the power of hers makes a lot more sense, don't you think?
I see. So that's why you think human mermaids are able to grant immortality even without eating their flesh. Hell, you see? Intriguing, is it not? How would you even get to Ryugu? Aha! One creature was responsible for bringing Urshimi Taro to Ryugu in the eponymous tale? It's a turtle. That's right, a turtle, or Kame. And what is the name of the island we're currently standing upon? Oh, Kameshima. And there you have it, the reason for our visit. Do you believe there might be some clues as to how to get to Ryugu hidden on Kameshima? Could Kameshima really have some sort of link to Ryugu? Tales of Ryugu, the abode of the god of the sea, exists in every area of Japan, positioned by some theorized to be the eternal world. of legend is said to be a perpetual paradise connecting to this world via the seabed that bestows everlasting youth and unnatural longevity to those who live there. Some tales also etiquette Ryugu with the underworld, the place where the dead journey after death. The tale of Urameshi Taro about a youth who was invited to the seafloor place of Ryugu as thanks for rescuing a turtle led to Ryugu's name becoming widely known throughout the country. In the story, a priestess called Odahime served as ruler of Ryugu Palace, but Odahime originally referred to priestesses serving the gods of the sea who presides over Ryugu. By the way, Yuza. Yes? You said your name was Yuza Minakuchi, correct? Yes, that's right. Are you familiar with the individual by the name of Mary Minakuchi? Huh? Mary Minakuchi was my mom. She passed away in an accident 5 years ago. I apologize for the indiscretion. My condolences. 5 years ago, huh? You wouldn't happen to have inherited anything from your mother, would you? No. What do you mean? Why do you know about my mom? Could she have had some sort of connection to mermaids? Well, this is more related to my personal research, so I couldn't say for sure. Please tell me. I'm also looking for mermaids. If you know anything, I have to know. Well, now you've certainly grown lively all of a sudden. Let's calm down a bit, Regrettably, the only lead I have is a rumor that suggests some connection between mermaids and Mari Minakuchi. Rumor? From where? The hell you want to know? Well, I suppose you would, wouldn't you? Very well, I'll tell you. I heard it from a descendant of the islanders who used to call Taishima home. What? Someone survived the disaster that sunk Taishima and their descendants are still around today? Long story short, yeah. Yes, isn't it fascinating? This particular individual was also the one who told me about the 3 mermaids who were said to have lived on Taishima. I see. By the by, you're also seeking mermaids. You must have some information of your own, yes? Surely this one-sided exchange of knowledge wounds your good conscience. Allow me to remedy that by accepting any information you have. Yuza. Yeah, it's our best lead yet. We'll share what information we can. You see. Oh, so you were saved by a mermaid during the disaster 5 years ago. Or what you think is a mermaid, anyway. And you believe the mermaid in question might have been your mother? Yeah, I know it sounds pretty far-fetched. On the contrary! I know some of it probably comes from me wanting to see her still be alive. Oh no, on the contrary, I find it very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Why, you ask? Why? There's a rumor about one of the 3 mermaids who used to live around Taishima. They say she took on human form several decades ago and has lived among humans ever since. What? No way. That would fit perfectly with our theory. Ha! Color me surprised as well. Here's my surprise face, by the way. But it would be very interesting if that was the case.
Sorry, Avi. I think I'm at my limit.
What do you mean by that? Oh my, that bad, is it?
Is something wrong?
My apologies. As much as I wish we could talk more, it would appear we're out of time. I'm afraid I must bid you goodbye for today.
Now that you mention it, if you're looking to make the last ferry, you'll probably want to be heading back soon. But wait, this is the most promising lead we've found. If you could stay for just a bit longer.
Believe me, I'd love to continue our chat too. But little lady's been feeling a bit under the weather ever since arriving here, you see.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're not going to get another nosebleed. If you're feeling that bad, maybe you should stay for the night after all. Thank you. I'm just about holding the nosebleed in.
I wonder what that's all about.
But I really should get off the island as soon as possible. Ever since arriving here, I've had this feeling that some terrible calamity is approaching.
Is she the one that's holding it back? That's the only thing I can think of. She's the one that's holding it back.
Calamity?
Can't mean. I forgot to mention. Young Syria here is a bit sensitive to things in that sphere, if you catch my drift.
Oh, okay, but
As reluctant as I am to part ways, really must go. Many thanks for the information you shared. And never fear, we'll be back tomorrow. So don't be dead.
tomorrow. Yuza. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Avi! Gerain? If you happen to find more leads on mermaids today, could you let me know as soon as possible, please? Oh, I didn't expect to be all that interested. Very well. If I hear anything else, I'll be sure to let you know. You could give me your contact information, perhaps?
Thank you.
Man, that sure was a stroke of good luck. I never thought they'd be so much info for us. We managed to learn a lot, but it seems like getting any more from them today will be a bit tough.
I really need that information by tomorrow, though.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Whew. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. Not yet, I guess. Here? That's my thought, anyway. Nope, never mind. Here? Nope, nothing about the foreigners. Alright, let's just go to random streets, I suppose. Looks like the sun's starting to set. Why don't we go over what we learned so far?
Yeah, good idea.
First, we learned that my mom was considered cursed by some of the islanders. Yeah. And he said she was descended from the person who originally called forth the curse of the raging waves, or something like that. And because he thinks the curse is about to break out again, Mr. Wakamura is currently trying to find a way to stop it. Not everyone on the island believes it, though. Kikuku and Shotaro didn't seem to believe it at all. Yeah. We also managed to speak with those two foreigners who were looking for mermaids. They sure were full of surprises. There's also that rumor about mermaids living near Tashima, a nearby island that was destroyed, and that one of them assumed human form. Never thought we'd find something to support the idea that my mom might have been a mermaid. Whatever else we may have learned from this. The mermaid that I encountered 5 years ago may very well have been one of those three living near Taishima. Also got some hints about where those mermaids might have come from. Yeah, there's a good chance they originally came from an otherworldly place called Ryugu. If they're in a place like that, I don't see how we could ever get to them, though. What that girl said about calamity approaching is bothering me a bit, too. There's no way she should know about the curse of the raging waves, right? Do you think that means the curse is real after all?
Oh. Azami, I just realized something.
Yeah?
The curse of the raging waves is in danger of breaking out again. Wouldn't that mean its curse bearer is still around today?
Oh, darn. You're right. Your mom is, well, not with us anymore. Mr. Wakamura seems to think I wasn't the direct cause of the curse reappearing too. Yeah, he'd probably be coming down on you even harder if he thought you were. The person responsible would be someone who wasn't here 5 years ago, but is here now. I'm assuming this curse is real anyway. Yeah. Still, I really do wonder if my mom had some sort of link with mermaids. Yeah. I hope whatever Grandma has to tell us shed some light on things. You mean what she's planning to tell us at the bay tonight? Yeah? What's wrong? There's a bunch of noise coming from Chiro Street. Uh-oh. I think I heard screaming. Let's go! Why? Uh-oh. What happened? What's wrong? Tsukasa, what's going on?
I don't. We were just... But then Sato just...
Uh-oh. Yuza! Look over there!
What?
Oh, God!
Sato?
There's blood everywhere! What happened? She's not moving. Don't tell me she's dead! Here's our first kill!
Sato just suddenly... We were just... But then she got cut down.
Ooh, the other curse. Whatever it was, we gotta get her to the clinic! Wait, what's happening?
Oh! Sato, her wound is...
Oh. 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 Oh, shit. She cursed? Wound is gone!
Sato! Sato, are you okay? Sato!
Oh my god! What the? Oh shit. Oh, Sato! Where is it? Traditional and histories? Oh, here we go. How did I not catch that? Ano Town's Yao Bikuni. Although the exact time period is unclear, legend tells of a girl named Osato from Kusawa in Ano Town of Age District who became immortal after eating the flesh of a mermaid and went on to become Yao Bikuni, a nun who lived for 800 years. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh. Okay. This is the shit I love. This is what I loved about the first game. But now, this just dialed it up. I knew this was going to be just as good as the first game, but I think I can confidently say I'm going to end up liking this one better. And I like that shit right there. That just kind of helped with it. Oh my goodness. That is awesome. Ooh. I'm very curious to learn like what cut her down. I think that's what I'm more curious about out of everything else. I'm like, okay, cool. You're Osato, this mermaid or whatever. But what the fuck? Like, what attacked her? Was it the fucking, the curse of the Hayaki or whatever? What if they're the raiders? The Hayaki were the raiders of that island. Or not, maybe not the, yeah. Or they had ties to it. Ooh, that's probably gonna be it right there. Oh. I can't wait. This shit's so good. I love it. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for this part of Let's Play Paranormasight The Mermaid's Curse. I'm probably going to cut this in. No, I'll keep it all in one part. It's going to be a long one, but it's so fucking good. Oh, this is so good. And unfortunately, the only thing we have left, the only place we can go is here. Time to meet up. Ooh, learn more about Grandma. Alrighty. So there we go. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you liked the video, please give that like button a click. We have not unlocked all the conditions for this yet, which I'm just excited for that as well. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you liked the video, please give that like button a click. And comment down below what you like about the video, didn't like about the video. And let me know, guys, what you think of learning about all the curses. And learning about Sato. Ooh. Oh, that's going to be even more. Oh, she calls herself an encyclopedia. Oh, it's going to be good. Yeah, let me know. And as always, guys, hit the subscribe button so don't miss a beat. And subscribe to my main channel, too. That's in the description below. As well as follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter, the RPG Kim Kid Twitter, are in there, too. Thank you all so much for watching once again. And I'll see you all next time.